guys, welcome to my tiny studio. Actually, you can see the whole thing right behind me right now, so I guess that was a really quick tour. All right, bye, we're done. Today I'm going to be doing a tour on basically every component of this efficiency that I live in and kind of explain how I found it, my expenses, and basically how I deal with living in 180 square feet and having pretty much no furniture. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that, but I'm literally doing that right now. So first I want to cover some specs. So the whole place is 180 square feet and the location is in Pompano Beach, which is about 20 minutes from downtown Fort Lauderdale or probably about 50 minutes from downtown Miami. My landlord is literally walking by the window right now, so I don't want him to hear me talking about this place. So pause for about 10 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's go over rent. So when I first moved down to South Florida from Texas, I was, expecting a higher price range as far as rent is concerned, but I was a little shocked at just how expensive it was just for a decent place, like somewhere that actually has a kitchen and, somewhere with a little bit more space to work with. You're pretty much looking at a price range of $1,000 plus, plus electric most likely. So you can imagine when I saw this space listed for $750, it was about 20 minutes away from work. So I work in downtown Fort Lauderdale basically, and it's in a safe location, a good neighborhood, there's a lot of wealth in the neighborhood. It's about 2 miles from the beach. So, it was, to me, a win-win. We're gonna go right into the tour. Let's do this. We're gonna start right behind me. Here is my front door / entryway. All right, so this is my front door area. There is no deadbolt on it, which I do not like, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's a pretty safe location besides a few auto theft reports. All right, and then I have a plant here from my super nice neighbors. So there is my plant, which is actually dying a little bit. And by the way, all of this furniture, so you can see this nightstand, and then we have this dresser and this nightstand right here. I actually literally picked this up off the side of the road down the street. Like I said, there's a lot of kind of wealth in this neighborhood, and if you go down a couple streets, I was just jogging and saw this laid out on the at the side of the lawn there. So I kind of picked it up with the help of my neighbors, and I will be using that in my new living situation, which is about triple the size of this. So that's kind of why it's crammed in here right now, but it really makes the space look a lot smaller. This is the view from the front door. So just wanted you guys to have an idea of kind of what the size of the space looks like before we continue. But this is me just standing at the front door facing all of the space. My beautiful AC unit, it works, which is all I need. Hey, that's me. And down here you can see this outlet is actually what I use to do my hair. Like when I plug in my straightener, I do plug it in right there, and you'll kind of see why when I get into the bathroom. But this little corner could have held probably maybe a dining table, maybe something other than just nothing up until I found these dressers and nightstands to store. Before I show you this next part, I just want to explain kind of what the layout of the building is that I'm in. So I'm on one side of a duplex. My landlord lives on the far side of the duplex, and then what this space actually is, it used to be, or it would have been, the bedroom of the second side of the duplex. So basically I'm just in one room of what should have been just part of a 2-bedroom side of the duplex here. So I basically have a door, it's a double door that's shared between our units, I guess. That's also why I don't have a real kitchen. It just wasn't built into the original design of the house of this duplex. So that's basically what an efficiency is in a nutshell. It's just a room that the owner turned into a more livable space than what it would have been if it was just a room. This is the double door that I mentioned. there's that. And then I have a couple, storage cubes right there. I've got my hamper kind of sitting outside of my closet. This is my closet situation. These doors do not currently close. I had removed them and set them against this right here to help block some of the sound. But when I reinstalled these, since I'm moving out in a couple weeks, I didn't do it quite correctly, so it's not quite plumb with the door frame. So I'll have to reinstall those, more efficiently. But I have storage space up here, as you can see. It's a pretty good sized closet. And then I do have shelving on both sides. I've got shelving back in there, and then I have my own storage, units, I guess. And hello BCD and hello Dive Gear. That is pretty much my closet. As I mentioned before, I don't really have a full kitchen, but I'll show you what I do have. So right here, this basically, this is amazing. The camera is like 5 feet away from this, and it covers my entire cooking, kitchen, food situation right now. But this counter was literally just installed into this room to make it possible to even have any kind of space to do any kind of cooking or anything with food in general. I do have the microwave right here. You can kind of see my knife set is right there. I have 2 nice cabinets for kind of pantry items. That's what I use that for. And then I obviously have these drawers right here, and I do have a single burner, and I use this. I bought this for like 12 bucks at Walmart, but I do use it to, boil water, pan fry things. But really the counter is so small that whenever I have my cutting board on the counter, it pretty much blocks up like the whole space. So I try to just meal prep once at the beginning of the week, and generally only cook like 2 or 3 times a week, just because it's such a hassle. And then, as you could also see, I don't have a kitchen sink here. I'll show you what I do with my dirty dishes in just a second. This is my full-size fridge, which I have no idea why there's a full size in here, because there's only one person allowed to live in here. So at any given point in time, it's usually like 80% empty. But anyway, so I'll show you right here. I do have, I'm just flipping this around. I do have what I call my sort of dish rack, which used to be like, I used to put this on my bathroom counter, and it used to hold like my products, but right now it's a dish rack. So I left my clean dishes in here, just to show you kind of what that looks like. Moving on, this is my bathroom, and that's the whole space. So I put my own, obviously my own, shower curtain, mat. This is where I will wash my dishes. There is a nice high faucet there, so it kind of helps, but it's just not ideal. I mean, this is my bathroom where I do bathroom things and take my showers, and so it is very weird, like kind of combining the 2 of those living spaces into one, but that's pretty much what I work with. And hey, it's me. All right, so I do have some storage space up here, which, as you can see, I really take advantage of. And I've got, my brushes. Usually I kind of use the toilet top as a little bit of a counter space, because there is room there. So if I'm doing my makeup in here or something like that, then I will have things laid out on this, or even I'll close the lid of the toilet, just because there's no counter space, as you can see, besides just a little bit of space on the outside of the sink. But yeah, that's my shower. Pretty basic, pretty small. In the bathroom, if you didn't notice, there was no electrical outlet in there. So usually, I would charge my toothbrush in the bathroom. I would plug in my straightener, my blow dryer in the bathroom, but I do have to do all those things using an outlet that's somewhere out here. And coming out of the bathroom now, you can see my bed, which I ordered on Amazon, by the way, the mattress and the bed frame. I have my lamp right there as well. I pretty much, as you can see, I don't have any other like chairs, tables, kind of what you would think of conventional furniture to have in a living space. So I do kind of eat on my bed, I'll work on my bed, sit on my bed, so that's pretty much what I use for any type of seating if I need to. And then over here, just wanted to show off my little baby cactuses, which basically keep me company since I don't have any pets here, or anyone else, you know, in the space. So that is pretty much it. I really hope that if you're watching this right now, you're feeling a little bit more grateful for the space that you live in, or maybe you're on the other end of it and you're thinking, you know, I can't wait to have my own space like that. But either way, I hope you guys learned something new today. I hope you enjoyed this studio tour and saw a little bit of insight into just the way I've been living here in this 180 square foot basically shoebox in South Florida. To wrap everything up, just a couple advantages and disadvantages. So clearly for me, one of the advantages is the cost. I mean, it is hard to find a decent space in a good neighborhood that is under, you know, under probably 900 bucks. So paying 750 plus about 30 to 40 electric is really not bad considering the location, how close I am to the beach, you know, just living in South Florida in general. And then another advantage is really the time it takes to clean the space. I mean, it naturally kind of stays clean, I think, because it is so small. Like, I don't have the opportunity to leave things laying around because I just don't have the space for it. And another advantage is that it's kind of good for living a minimalist lifestyle. I wouldn't say I'm 100% a minimalist or anything like that, but I do value greatly the things that I do have. So living in a small space with limited storage ability really helps me to focus in on, okay, what's really important in my life, like object-wise, you know, material-wise, things that I really need in my space. And some disadvantages of the space. Obviously, I don't have things like the full-on, you know, table and chairs, furniture. It's not really a place that I can invite people over and have guests come and stay or come and, you know, have a meal with me or anything like that because of that. And then also, obviously, I'm lacking a lot of the typical kitchen equipment that could really bring my cooking to the next level. You know, I don't know. It's just a little bit weird, a little bit tough not having a kitchen. And then I think that just having the tiny bathroom situation, that's not the best experience. Kind of, I don't know, I would say the lifestyle that I would want to have, you know, with just a bit of a bigger bathroom and having it be a bit more comfortable. So there are definitely a couple of disadvantages, but overall it's been such an adventure for me to live in this space, getting to save money while I'm down here in South Florida, you know, doing things I love down here. And just so you guys know, I am moving out of this space in just a couple of weeks here. So I will be doing another tour video when I move into this new space. Right now, as I mentioned, I'm paying $750 here plus electric. My new space will be $950 plus electric. So I kind of want to do a comparison, a side by side, and see what the difference in rent gets you here. So definitely, you know, stay tuned. If you want to be like my, I think, 7th or 8th subscriber, then definitely subscribe because I will eventually put out that other tour video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now. See you guys later.